The real world, that's a theme that's coming up.
Yeah.
But the real world is a pretty ugly place, isn't it? Are we empowering students for good or for bad? Are they joining a broken system, or are they going to make it better?
Well, what I think is Bocconi as a whole, I think from the foundation, was the first university working on management and economics in Italy, made up by an entrepreneur. And I think in our culture there has also been the fact of, supporting the growth of the country first, now of Europe. And from this point of view, I think that working in the real world is a contribution that you give to the world we live in.
Specifically in finance, that's a strength of Bocconi. The finance industry has had a bad reputation in recent years. There was this recession, the banks have a bad rap. Is it responsible to produce more financiers in this day and age?
I think the point is finance is important, it is necessary for the development of the economic system. And I also think that overall people are not recognizing that finance has helped the growth that was before the crisis. Maybe too fast, maybe too unregulated, but it has helped, and it still is important for recovery.
I can't help but notice this emphasis on employability. One of the reasons for doing the 2-year masters, again, is employability. And here's a big stress on the corporate world that comes in and takes Bocconi students. Is this a place of learning or a corporate conveyor belt?
Well, the point is, I feel responsible for the time that the students are spending here. So what I'm saying, as I said, the choice of a master is very important on a personal standpoint. We spend a lot of time in trying to advise them with proper offices, sometimes even with the course director, in which is the optimal program for them. And I feel the sense of the responsibility for a critical choice of young people who decide to study here. So what I think is, I must make sure that what we teach in the courses is making them make a jump from the point of view of their ability to be in the market, be influential, be able to work.
So, but I noticed that, for example, the e-financial careers ranking, Bocconi is sending the second most graduates into London finance.
Yeah.
Even more than a lot of London-based.
Yeah, we are quite happy about it.
But how can it possibly be the case that an Italian university is sending more people to finance than people from the schools from the same country?
Well, I think there's an important point, which is places in London in investment banking are clearly an area in which there is absolutely European-wide competition. So basically, that's where some top recruiters try to concentrate and try to pick the very best guys they can find across Europe.
So I'm keen on getting into Bocconi. I see you've got 10 MSCs. I can apply for more than one, so why not apply to all 10?
Well, you can apply to up to 5, and with a ranking, so with the first choice, second choice, third choice, and so on and so forth. And this is also because, of course, there are areas in which potentially you could be interested in different flavors.
One thing that looks like an obstacle to me is the language requirements. It says that on graduating, these MSc graduates have proficiency in 3 languages.
Yeah. That's true, but we don't expect you to be able to write poems in Italian. You can, perhaps. You look as a talented guy, so I guess you can do that. But that's another requirement for graduating. So there's a requirement of having a basic proficiency in 2 European languages plus yours, which basically means that everybody has to come out with English, everybody has to come out with Italian, and maybe a third one.
Maybe I'd like to study Chinese or Arabic as my third language. So I've got Italian and English. I don't think I've got enough time to learn another European language and Chinese, even in 2 years. Is it not a bit Eurocentric to only offer European languages?
On this part, on one hand, there's a requirement that we have to fulfill for the Italian state to have two other European languages. On the other hand, I think honestly that's important in many cases, because for the point of view of also many of the opportunities abroad, say to come out when you know very well, of course, English, and maybe another one between French or Spanish or German, can help you a number of job opportunities outside in many areas, or can have the semester abroad, say in Germany or France or in Belgium or in South America, that can be very valuable.